Imagine walking through your front door and feeling your shoulders instantly drop away from your ears. You step inside, and the space wraps around you like a heavy, warm blanket. Now, compare that to a different experience. You might have visited a home recently that was perfectly trendy and highly minimalist, a space painted entirely in shades of gray. Instead of feeling relaxed, you might have felt a little restless or even strangely lonely. There is a reason for that shift. Think about how hearing an upbeat song on your favorite playlist can physically lift your mood. A well-designed room can do the exact same thing. This is the core of Dopamine Decor. It ignores the pressure of expensive furniture or keeping up with exhausting trends. Instead, we look at the specific shapes and colors that help you feel a little lighter when you walk through the door. This happens because of a chemical in your brain called dopamine, a messenger that helps us feel pleasure and motivation. When you're in a space that feels right, the center of the diagram glows because your brain is actively releasing that feel-good hormone. Most of us treat our homes like a place to store our things, but the layout and look of your walls are actually connected to how you feel from the moment you wake up. Scientists are actually mapping how our eyes and our brains talk to each other when we walk into a room. They're finding that our surroundings can actually change our internal chemistry. One of the main reasons is something called sensory enrichment. Think of your brain as a curious traveler. To stay engaged, it needs little visual breadcrumbs to explore, like a pop of color or a soft fabric. When we live in a room with no color or character, what some call sad beige, we deprive our brains of that exploration. Without any visual interest, the mind can slip into a state of quiet boredom or background anxiety. To fix this, we look for items with personal significance. Your brain doesn't care about a price tag. It finds much more value in a chipped coffee mug from a favorite vacation than in an expensive sculpture that means nothing to you. When your eye focuses on something that holds a happy memory, it triggers a specific pathway. The brain recognizes the item, connects it to a positive moment, and delivers a small chemical reward. By filling your space with these meaningful visual triggers, you give your mind a way to stay active and nourished throughout the day. Beyond your own memories, there are also universal design choices that speak to your nervous system, no matter what your personal style happens to be. Color is one of our most powerful tools. Colors like yellow and orange mimic the frequencies of sunlight. Because our bodies are wired to respond to the sun, being around these shades can physically help boost your energy. The shapes of your furniture matter too. To the oldest parts of our brain, round shapes and curved lines signal safety. Notice how the curved sofa in this diagram gives off smooth, flowing waves, allowing us to relax. Now look at this table with sharp, jagged edges. Harsh angles trigger a subtle background stress response. Our brains subconsciously scan them as hazards, keeping us from feeling fully at ease. Combining warm colors with soft, curved furniture creates a compound effect. It talks to your biology, signaling that you are in a place of safety and comfort. Real comfort comes when we design for these basic human needs, instead of following the latest trends we see on social media. You don't need a massive budget to start using these biological hacks. You can begin shifting the energy of your home today with 3 simple steps. Step 1 is the Smile Audit. Walk through your home and look at your decor. If an item doesn't spark a specific happy memory or bring a clear smile to your face, set it aside. You're making room for things that actually trigger those feel-good chemicals. Step 2 is all about touch. Our skin is our largest sensory organ, and it uses physical signals to help us stay calm. Look at the way the hand presses into this chunky knit blanket. When you replace cold, flat surfaces with textured materials like velvet or heavy knits, you give your body a physical way to stay grounded in the present moment, which naturally helps lower anxiety. Finally, step 3 is color drenching a microzone. You don't have to paint a whole room. You can take one small area, like this bookshelf, and fill it with colors you love. It gives your brain a concentrated splash of joy without the stress of a big project. Keep these 3 pillars in mind. Focus on what is personal rather than perfect. Use texture to feed your senses, and prioritize biology over trends. Your home is a place where you can actively support your own well-being. I'd love to hear your stories. Is there an object in your house that always makes you smile? Tell me about it in the comments.
Be sure to check out our Instagram feed and website as well. We can be found at www.comewhatmayhomedecor.com. Until next time, come what may.